Okay. It's me, Will.
And it is me, Sam.
And we're ready for That Figures! For the first time in 2022. Oh, it still feels... That feels weird to say 2022.
For a second, I was like, has he gotten the year wrong?
I did the same. That's why I stumbled over the number 2022, because I was like, is that the year we're in?
It was like the same level of like thinking about it as I had in my head, but you were just doing it out
loud,
you know?
stumbling through the letters. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is indeed 2022, and this is indeed That Figures, the show that we haven't done for a while. There's probably a bit of a backlog.
Absolutely, yeah. We're definitely going to be touching on things tonight from like the end of last year.
Yep.
We're already in February, and there's like a bucket load of things that we'll be looking at.
Yes, indeed.
It's crazy so far, to say the least.
It's going to be a little bit. And I did see, I think Milk Please earlier on in the chat mentioned that it's going to be a long one. We are still trying to limit. We've a new thing this year. We want to keep it to 5 for each kind of section. The rules have already been broken for the Other Shit tab. But the Other Shit tab is hard to hone down because it's everything. There's a lot of choice.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. But we want to keep it concise.
And I think like we can say that because there is so much to talk about, we are planning on doing the show fortnightly, but we're going to do an extra episode next week, and then from there do the fortnightly time frame.
Yep.
So you have a good 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Of That Figures.
2 weeks of it's fine. And then when we come back, you may have a really cool thing that you can show people after that week.
Yeah. Hopefully.
But speaking of showing things to people, we've bought stuff in the break, and so to kick things off, why don't we show stuff off? Do you want to show one of your bits, and we'll bounce between?
I'll show a quick thing. I'll probably show the thing that has been like a grail of mine for years.
Cool.
And seeing No Way Home just really escalated the need for these. If you like know me at all, some of you might, some of you might not. I'm a very big fan of costume cards, which there are certain like card series made by like Upper Deck and Top, so they'll have a piece of the fabric used to create a certain character's costume in a film, and they'll encapsulate that in a card, and you can keep that as a piece of like film history, which I find really cool. Back in the day when like these superhero films weren't the biggest of things, these costume cards used to come from the direct costume screen worn by the actors, which was sick. So post No Way Home, I did some digging on a few groups here and there, being like, who maybe has this, where I tracked down a piece of Andrew Garfield's Amazing Spider-Man suit, and it's very hard. There's a lot of glare. There we go. But yeah, it's very, very cool. So this set came out the year the Amazing Spider-Man, which was 2012.
2012,
right? Yeah. So as far as I know, this is one of the sets that were the last ones to do the worn, screen used sort of pieces. But that's not the only one. I found it for a very good price for the entire set of costume cards. And insane. I think there's about 8 or 9 of them all together. But I'm just going to show you 2 more just as an example. So, another one is just a standard like Peter Parker.
Bit of jumper.
Just a piece of like his jacket. And then another one is, Will's favorite. A piece of her lab coat. So I'm sorry, Will. So yeah, those are some of the ones I've got, and one that I recently got, which is an authentic screen used piece, is from Spider-Man 3, and it's J. Jonah Jameson.
So cool.
It's so
look at those stripes.
It's really, really cool. And I found out recently that you can get a variant of this where it's a piece of the tie that he wears in this scene. So I'm like,
you could
I track that down?
You could take the square out and then put it on the Lego JJ minifigure. Like cut out the square of the tie and the square, and then it would be a screen used minifigure of his costume on a tiny little Lego man.
Absolutely.
Don't do that. That's a lot of work for ruining those things.
William, what do you have?
On the topic
I'm sure you've got something.
Yeah, on the topic of Gwen, I brought this finally arrived basically the day I got back into Sydney in December, which is the Hot Toys Spider-Gwen figure. It's very, very cool. There's amazing articulation and some really cool... Like the web hand on this is really sick. I love the like.
Yeah,
it's
that's
kind of
great.
casual.
Good thwip.
Good thwip.
Yeah.
Oh god, Dolphin Pants will be trying to sniff the lab coat. How dare you, Dolphin Pants? Let's not go there. How many inches is she? She's actually quite a short one. I think she is the shortest spider person I own currently.
Interesting.
Putting her next to like even the Tom Holland figure, she's quite a bit shorter. It's also like if you look at the legs and everything, it's very the animated style. So it's a lot of exaggerated posing, which does like. The elbows are quite, I'll try and show, the elbows are quite like angular in a way that's a bit unfortunate. There's a very straight cut there. But very cool figure. There was no way I was not going to get it.
Absolutely. Because when they announced that, they also announced like the miles.
Yeah.
So, and I remember like you just being so conflicted. Like, do I get both?
Yeah.
And then being like, yeah, but if they release them in like the MCU format, then it's like, that's another one to get. And like, you know, that could be sooner rather than later. It could be later rather than sooner. We don't know.
We don't know.
I guess it's a good thing that you jumped on it with.
I think so.
I think it's a good thing.
And I'm very excited. I think the Miles one should be in the next couple of weeks. We'll at least in Japan. Yeah, I don't know. It's not going to get here. It'll be in the next year.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the suit does have does it have the screen printed S's? They're not really S's. I'll try and show on this, but they're kind of like triangles. But there is a nice little pattern on there, which is quite cool.
They've definitely done well at creating like a texture for the costume, as they do with Hot Toys with anything. It's
Always.
Like insane.
Yeah. What's next? You got a couple?
Next for me is, I mean, look, I've got a few things here for Spider-Man because I've just been on like a Spider-Man like hype train ever since that movie came out. But this next one is a custom piece that I actually made myself. And it is Andrew Garfield's web shooters.
Cool.
Which with a custom base. So what I did was I designed this base on Photoshop. The eyes are like an image of his eyes from the movie because I want it to be like, you know, accurate. And then the base was laser cut on a CNC machine that we have. The web shooters themselves were 3D printed and painted by myself. I've tried to do like some weathering on them. I don't know if you can really tell. Like there's a bit of like grey specks there, but they're not too bad. And then I've just got some like little pillars to sit them on, and like the back isn't that fancy. They just held on with a bit of tack, you know. Because if you don't see the back, it doesn't matter, you know. Like that's all you need. But it was a piece where I was just like, you know, as you can see behind me with all like the props I've got in that mantle there. It's like I just figured it's a good Spider-Man prop to have, and I didn't have anything Spider-Man yet. So as opposed from just spending a shit ton of money,
make yourself.
Like, I'll just make them.
Yeah.
I'll just make them. So there's that.
Bloody thwippers.
Yeah, bloody thwippers, mate.
But speaking of hype trains, I've only got two more. I've got these and then one more thing.
Okay, cool.
I went to the shops yesterday to get groceries and came home with not groceries. Well, I came home with groceries and some other things. I went to Zing because I knew the one closest to me had an America Chavez Marvel Legends, and I've seen some cool poses out of that figure. So I was cool. I'm kind of tempted. I held it in my hand. $45 is a lot for one of those figures, so I didn't get it. But then I went into a Kmart that was there, and they had the whole Multiverse of Madness line, and so I was faced with Strange, Wong, and Chavez.
Oh no!
And I'm on that hype train, and I got the three of them.
Very good.
There they are, all three figures.
Very good.
I haven't. Strange is out, and I'll show him in a sec. But the Chavez figure is very cool. There you go. Just the head sculpt is so clean on these.
They're getting so good with their head sculpts. It's unreal.
Totally. And like the Wong I was excited for because I've always... Wong is one of the characters that hasn't had a figure yet, so he's going to go on the Endgame shelf back in Sydney. And he looks great as well.
He looks sick.
And then, Strange is already out yet, and it's a very good Cumberbatch head if it all...
so good.
If it all focus.
It's so good. I mean, I'll ask you though, are you going to be getting the Defender Strange that comes with like the portal and everything?
Probably not. I don't think I'm not all the way back in on Marvel Legends. I was just like, this is a nice little trio to get. Like I already had the Lego figures as a trio, and I was like, I like them. So and I haven't copped the SH Figuarts strange milk. I'll leave it to you to get the expensive one.
Yeah.
Jade works it out. These are, I was going to say Philip Seymour Hoffman, Peter Alexander pajamas, and Jade has said that Mini-Me has the same pajamas. We're matching.
Very good.
We're matching.
Very good. Very good.
But
That's
yes,
great.
so I fell back into the Marvel Legends rabbit hole yesterday.
What a sad time to be Will.
Yeah. Anything else?
I'll show, like, I had other things, but just to keep it short, I'll show one more. Which was a really cool thing that I've been waiting for a long, long time.
Yep. What is this?
So, those of you might know I'm a massive fan of The Last of Us. And this is the 1/6.
That's me.
Joel. That's you. But this is Joel.
That's Joel.
So yeah, it's Joel from The Last of Us Part 2. The base I got custom made for a Logan figure that I have by a guy on Facebook under the name, I think it's Man's Toydom, I think. I'm not too sure. I'll put it in the Discord if anyone's in later and you guys can go have a look.
Yeah. Cool.
But yeah, this figure's great. He did come with like the tanned like coat that he has in the game. But I just like it like this. I feel like it looks really, really cool. Where am I? There we go. But yeah, he looks really good. And the head sculpt, I'll see if it probably not.
Doesn't quite focus, but it's cool.
You can tell. Like you can tell it's there. And probably one of the best things is that he comes with a little brick.
Yes.
So you can add it to the the base, and it's like it just adds to the environment of the game, you know. But yeah, he came with a lot of things. Came with a really cool backpack.
That's a solid backpack.
His little machete in there. And then yeah, he came with a bunch of like shivs that they use in the game. He came with a Molotov, a few guns. Probably some of the best things he came with were his guitar and his coffee cup that he has on that wooden carved. Yeah, it's really cool. And he comes with like his watch. He comes with a photo of him and his daughter. Like just all the things that make up Joel in The Last of Us he came with. So it was definitely a solid purchase.
And you waited a long time for that thing.
Oh, so long. He kept on getting pushed back just because of COVID, and then he eventually arrived. So
yeah.
Thank God.
Someone that's a long way away from arriving, I'll quickly show something that hasn't gotten here, but something I finally put my money down for, which I think you know what it is this little fella over here, Mr. Ryan Gosling.
It was one of those things where I've sent it to you, and I was like, William, look at this. Yeah. And you were like, "Oh shit, I need to buy it."
It's like I had no choice. Right. I had no choice.
Yeah, it's like your favorite movie, and like look at him. He's got his piano. Yeah, he's got his shoes on. His dancing shoes.
The fucking stool, Felonious monk's stool.
It's so good. It's
so cool. And like the third party head is pretty decent as well.
It's not terrible. Like it's really not terrible. And like nowadays there's so many like independent artists that are making their own head sculpts of things. Yeah. So you could come across a Ryan Gosling in the future, you know, and just chuck it on this and you'll be set.
That'd be a better one.
But,
and Dolphin asked
stuff, mate.
He asked a good question of who's asking for this besides me. And that is the truest thing in the fact that it's still available for pre-order, because any other figure would be sold out. But
absolutely,
I'm probably the only one. Yeah.
Oh, it's
but
so good.
And that's kind of it. I also I bought this too, but we don't have to go into it. It just looks very cool.
That's very cool.
And I'm scared because I want to buy them all.
Yeah,
now.
nice. Yeah,
but we should get into the actual news.
Yeah,
so I'll make sure that scene's ready and that I don't mess anything up. And I haven't, because I'm great. And everything's fine tonight. And this isn't me covering up. Nothing's gone wrong tonight, right, Sam?
No, nothing's gone wrong so far at all. No.
Good. All right. Let's keep it that way. When we talk of doubt, that's what we're going to do. We're going to talk into doubt. Star Wars news. Our first piece of news for 2022 is the Boba Fett quarter scale figure. And you said it best, Will. Could this not be your first quarter scale figure?
Yeah, because, you know, Will was explained to me recently that he's looking at buying just one, like, quarter scale figure to have as, like, a bit of a showpiece on, like, a coffee table. And, you know, as he's saying to me, he's got all these tabs open, everything. He sends me this, and there's no word of like, oh, yeah, this is cool. And I was just like, well, why don't you just get this, man?
Buy this.
Like what? Like why not just this boy?
I don't know if I will. He is 45 centimeters tall. It's lovely. It's quarter scale, so yeah, it is a big boy version of the Hot Toys figures. And as it always comes down to, it's all about that base, right, Sam?
Dude, that freaking base. And like, look, with like the quarter scale ones, I feel like it's most of the reason why you're paying so much.
Totally.
Like, besides the point that it is a much larger figure.
Yeah.
With that will come more effort and detail put into it, as well as a very good base, which they have done.
They always.
Like, do you reckon the lights light up on those panels?
They do. It says here LED light up function. Yeah, look, I'm not gonna lie. As I was saving these pictures and saw that was the moment I was like, maybe Sam's right.
Maybe he's got a point.
Maybe he's not wrong.
Oh, that's cool.
If you're looking for prices, and we didn't introduce it. Oh. Chris Koza, welcome to the feed. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Thank you for making me realize the alerts are in a bad spot.
Yeah, terrible spot.
But thank you so much for joining the feed. What was I talking about as a figure? The prices. $979.95. These are Sugo's kind of special prices until sometime in March. $979, basically $1,000 for the deluxe version with the base. And then the figure that just comes with the standard base is $799.95 and set for a June release date next year, because of course it is.
Of course it is. And that'll probably be pushed back to like Christmas of next year.
Yeah.
The way Hot Toys go.
Man, they're getting worse.
Unbelievable, man.
It's very tempting. I think I need to see him do something. That's where that sentence ends. You just need to see him do a little bit more, because I do love the new outfit. I do love the new Boba look, but just feels like he didn't get much to do in the show.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it is a lot of dollar dues. And it's not the last of the Mandalorians.
No.
We also got a couple of other Mando figures. This one is Axe Woves, who I think I've been calling Wolves for the whole time he's existed, because, you know, wolves is a word. I guess woves. Is woves a word? You can wove something.
Yeah.
Can you woves?
I don't know. I guess you can in Star Wars.
Yep, he's done it. This figure is no one gives a shit about. But the figure you do give a shit about is Cosca Reeves, who was also announced alongside him here. Especially if you're a WWE fan, I think that's where this actress come from.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So it's exciting that she gets her sculpt, and apparently she deserves one more than the guy that played Axe. Because he doesn't come with one.
That's unreal.
Yeah. And that's kind of the only reason it's here, is just why her and not him? I think I got a photo. The head sculpt's pretty decent.
Yeah, not terrible at all.
Okay, against Sasha Banks. That's the person.
Yeah.
And you can see her with Bo-Katan.
Yes. See, but that's the thing. It's like, if you get all of them now, it's going to be like, you know, Axe is not going to have a head.
He's just in the background with his helmet on. Yeah. It's like, what's that about? It's not fair. And also today or yesterday, a vintage collection figure of Axe was announced, and he has a head. So I don't know why Hot Toys didn't do it. It feels sad.
What are you doing, man?
Poor guy. But if you do want these to fill out your collection, Cosca here is $419 and Axe is $389. Both kind of standard prices for Hot Toys at the moment. And they're both due out in April next year, but like you said, probably 2024. Christmas, somewhere there.
Yeah.
None of these are going in our baskets, clearly, because we haven't said that.
No.
But the next one might go in my spiritual existence basket. It's the vintage collection Boba Fett throne room.
Oh, it's so freaking cool. I remember I saw this just briefly. Like, I saw this image like a couple days ago.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh my God. That's so cool.
It's sick. I'm gonna hide this button. It's really cool. It's scaled obviously for the 3.75 inch smaller line of figures. And as Milk Plays says, might as well cut to the chase. It is $598.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
I just clenched.
Yeah. It was like I was clenching because I was excited, and then I clenched further, and it's just like my urethra is inside me. I don't think where is the urethra? I don't think it's in the butt.
No, it's
the penis, right?
In the front region.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. Well, my urethra is confused. There's a lot of tiny little pieces that you can play with. I read Lord Phoenix's problem as Will, please stop, and I was like, that's also fair. It's in the penis, Will. Thank you. All right, let's stop talking about dicks. This has a bunch of little bits and pieces you can play with. It's a nice little play set, and I'm sure. Like, imagine being a kid, and I mean a kid that wouldn't die eating one of these. I guess they're quite small.
These are exactly the things where, like, being kids, it's like your dream.
Totally.
Sort of stuff.
Being able to pull it apart and
like if you've got rich parents, get excited for Christmas or your birthday. If you're a Star Wars fan, because this could be coming your way.
But get sad because you won't get a Christmas present for the next 6 years because your parents paid $600 for this. I will say, Milk, I said in the Discord it doesn't. It does come with this figure. It's hidden in there, but it does actually come with a Bib Fortuna figure to do photos with. It's the only figure. It would have been nice if it came with, like, Boba pictured here or totally. Fennec or something. But
I mean, for that price, you'd think it'd come with more than just, like, that one figure.
Totally. Look at it. He's big. Pretty big, though. He's a pretty big boy. But yeah, it's a cool set. Unfortunate that it's very expensive. I think I did read somewhere it was unintentionally leaked that it was going to be a HasLab thing, which is their big kind of pay to make it exist. But after the failure of the Rancor figure, because that didn't get all the backers it needed to get to go into production, I wonder if they just kind of pushed this out and were like, we'll make you pay that price and hopefully it'll sell and all that kind of thing.
Yeah, okay.
But
you hope so.
Yeah, it's a big ask. But I will put it in my I think I'll put it in my metaphysical basket, which is this button. There we go.
Here we go.
Would it go in your as a child?
If I was like 8 years old and Star Wars crazy, absolutely.
Yeah, we'll put it in his
At the moment,
I
could give it a miss.
But
Child Sam
put it in his basket.
Put it in his basket, so it's fine.
He swiped it off the ledge while his mum wasn't looking, and it fell in the basket.
And it fell into the basket, and now she has to pay for it.
No
because
choice.
There's people behind her.
Yep.
The cashier's getting impatient. What does she do?
Oh no, Mum's forgotten to get the milk. So now she's running away and you're stuck in front of the cashier. What are you doing, Sam? What's going to happen? All the anxiety. You have to pay for it now? Is that how this works?
With what? Do I just hand her like the hanky I have in my pocket?
Totally. Or the Spider-Man costume card that is stuck between your cheeks. I don't know why it's in your ass. I don't know why does it keep going to butts? Let's move on to something that is very on brand for ETTO, which is the Boba Fett Nerf Blaster. We are, of course, a Nerf channel.
Of course.
Yes.
Sponsored.
Yeah.
Encouraged.
I'll take it.
All there.
I'll take it. And you know what? Early on, I'm gonna press my button because this probably. It's tipping. It's tipping. It could get in my basket. Purely because
you do have like Mando's rifle.
It makes sense.
So it's like
right.
It does make sense.
Yeah. And I do quite like this one. Similar to Mando having thick darts, this has an interesting mechanic, which I'm sure is in Nerf guns, but they're kind of drum loads. So you can put 4 bullets in at a time and load it in rather than kind of individual bullets.
That's cool.
Which is good fun. Similar to the Mando one, it comes in a big sexy box, which is cool. It is very nice, Lord Phoenix. And there's your canisters. They're gold. It loads in like that. And if it's anything like the Mando one, it'll have some pretty cool sound effects.
Yeah.
You looking at that box?
I just like the packaging. Like the packaging's cool.
Yeah. Look at that pictures.
Like, why do they make it so cool?
Yeah. And why show it in the proper colours? Because now I'm just sad that it's a big green one.
Yeah. I think for me, that's the thing that kind of like never entices me about these. The fact that they're not the accurate colours.
Totally.
Like I can understand they've got to, meet rules and, expectations with like gun laws and stuff, obviously. And they can't be making a very realistic looking weapon.
Yeah.
But like, in Australia, it's the case where all you need is that orange tip and you're fine.
Totally.
So it's like that barrel doesn't need to be that hideous green. It could
and especially
be more
because
accurate.
they put the effort of like one of these shots. They put the effort in of nice battle damage, and it's like when I get this, I want to spray it anyway. So
yeah, absolutely,
this is gonna get lost. But yeah, no, it's unfortunate, and like even the Ghostbusters Neutrino wand. They released that, and that was really cool. But if you buy it now, it actually has a painted orange tip. Because in the US, people were getting accosted in cons, and they were like, "You've got a gun!" Blah, blah, blah. And like, so now Hasbro has started to re-release that with an orange tip. So
imagine going to a con in the US, and they're like, "You got a gun?" And I'm like, "No, I'm just a Ghostbuster."
I'm just a guy. Who are you going to call? Me. It's fine. Just the tip, Lord Phoenix, indeed. Exactly. And speaking of tips... Sure. Let's look at some Lego because spoilers for the Book of Boba Fett, but we're a week out. This was 3 weeks ago.
Book of Boba Fett or Mandalorian Season 3?
The amount of times we messaged each other and said, "Did you watch the latest Mando? Shit, fuck. Boba Fett?" It just became it.
So true, though.
It was hard to remember that it wasn't called Book of Boba. And as Milk says, we'll just quickly put this it's in my basket. It's going straight in my basket. This is, of course, Mando's N1 Naboo Starfighter. I didn't say the price of the Boba Fett blaster, which is, I didn't remember it was that much, $248. I'm going to revoke that basket. That's not going in my basket. That's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money.
Fucking hell. That's going out of my basket. I'm removing that from my basket, and with that extra space, I am going to put this in my basket, and we'll be fine. And so, yeah, this is Mando's Naboo Starfighter. It's coming out in June this year, so pretty soon. 412 pieces with, like, I would say 4-ish minifigures, which you can see in this shot. That's our crew.
Yeah, cool.
We've got Mando in his Season 2 attire, Pelimoto, a BD droid. It's not the BD droid, but it's BD droid.
It's a
one. And a little baby Grogu. Baby Grogu? Baby Yoda? Grogu? One of the things.
Grogu Yoda?
Baby Yoda. It's very cute. I'm disappointed in the blade. I wish they'd made something sharp.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Because, like, there is Lego swords.
Yeah.
Just paint a Lego sword black, give it a bit of a different hilt, and you're good to go.
Totally. It's unfortunate they went with that as the idea, but maybe there's a more expensive set down the line that they'll do a proper piece for, so they want to push people towards that.
It'll be the piece where they're like, this is more accurate.
Accurate?
Accurate.
Yeah.
You have to buy it now.
Yeah. They'll force you to buy another set, as they do. But this looks really cool. It's a very simple build.
But we get wrench.
we get wrench.
We get wrench.
It's a trade-off. It's a real trade-off, Dolphin. And this is coming in at $99 Australian.
That's not bad.
It's not terrible, and that's the Lego site's pricing. And Lego site's usually above. You go to a Kmart, it might be $70.
I reckon you could get that for 70 or 80 in like a Kmart or something, man.
For sure.
Easy.
Yeah.
Milk would be getting that.
Totally, hold off. Don't buy it from the Lego site. Just try and get it from your local Kmart. And totally, Jaresh, it is a different Mando fig because the Mando fig that came out in Season 2, at some point he changes from having like a little brown dish thing on his leg as well, I think, but you've mentioned something about the belt. But it is a new figure, which, entices. And then another set, just the last little bit of Star Wars news, we're back in the throne room for Boba Fett's throne room, and this set I'll come out of the gate saying it's only $159.99 again from the Lego thing.
Just get that. Don't get the Hasbro one. Just get that.
It'll do, right?
You have more fun building it.
Yeah.
And look at all the minifigs you
get. Dude, legitimately, that is. I'll try. I think there's a photo. There you go. You get Boba. You get Fennec without her helmet, which is unfortunate. Other sets have had the helmet, so this is just one of those annoying things.
Who's the pink-haired one?
So this one, she is labeled as a Thelian dancer. I assume she's in the background of the post-credit scene.
You know what my mind went to? I was about to get so angry. I was like, is that one from that Star Wars movie that we all hate?
Holdo.
Yeah, they crashed the ship.
Yeah.
Like, is that her? was like, why is she there?
No one else has hair like that in the Star Wars universe.
No. That looks like really cool, like sculpted hair though for Lego.
Totally, it's a sick hairpiece. I don't know if it's a new one, but it's. No. But this guy is definitely new. This is our first ever Quarren in the Lego line, which is exciting. And then we got one of the guards, Rip, rest in peace, and a Weequay. They fell off a cliff. And then there's also Big Biff Fortuna. Big Biff Fortuna. There we go.
Fortuna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's very cool. It's a good little set, and you can kind of display it in a few different arrangements. You can flip it out and kind of have it long or... Yes? Face.
Why do Lego do this?
I know. They're very good. Like, look, there's so many different ways you can lay it out. It's even got the door built into it, with the little eye. It's all just kind of... They're very clever. They're very economic with their sets.
That's so cool.
Yeah. Pink-haired lady looks like a singer-dancer from Special Edition Return of the Jedi, says Jade. That's a good point. Maybe they were added into that. But yes, as I said, this one is $159.99 Australian, and this is due in March. It's actually been showing up in a few stores in the US, so it'll probably be here now if you go to a Big W or something. It's possibly here already. But that was all the Star Wars news. It's going to pop us back out here, set us up for some more bloody news. There's a bit, Sam.
Is there a bit?
We can go through it pretty quickly, but there's some.
Oh, there's some.
There's some. I actually haven't looked at this much, but it's the Loki 1/1 scale bust.
It's just mental. And I know that there's going to be so many like hardcore Loki fans out there that are going to snatch this boy up. Like, look at that.
It's a real eye.
Look at the eyelashes.
It's cool. It's interesting they chose the first Avengers film. I guess it's the most iconic look for him.
Because I think there's another company that's done...
the Ragnarok
they've done a 1-to-1 scale of him with like no helmet on at all, like his hair's out and everything.
Yes, yeah.
I don't know if it's Ragnarok, but I have definitely seen it before.
Yeah.
Maybe that they were just trying to be different, maybe. But yeah, like the thing is though, with this, having the helmet on just creates such a bigger problem in terms of like where you put it.
Look at those things.
You know, they're going to be huge.
Yeah. I think there is a photo a little bit later next to a dude. Look at this detail, though.
It's so good.
The finer detail.
Good. Like, I don't even remember it having that detail in the movie.
Probably not. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And that's that base. You want that good base, Sam?
Oh, it's very good. Tell you what would be cool, though, with the helmet, like just thinking about, the Avengers Park is cool. Like, it'd be sick if the helmet was removable and you could just, like... futz with the hair until it was at the point you liked it, and then comb it back and put the helmet on whenever you wanted to. I think that'd be pretty.
It'd be pretty. Or wear the helmet. You've basically got a prop as well.
Absolutely.
There you go. There's a scale with a person. I mean, it makes sense. He's a human being. That's how big he is. But yes, really cool figure that is coming out. I've just got it hidden here. I always forget these prices, man. $6,699.95.
Oh yeah, so easy.
Easy. Crisp buck. Lay it down.
That's like half a paycheck, eh?
Yeah. Fucking hell. It's terrifying. Hang on. How much are you getting paid? Or how frequently are you getting paid? That's half. Oh my God. Well, are you Kevin?
That was the joke.
Oh,
it's
I see.
You know, if that was half of someone's paycheck, I think they would be disgustingly rich.
Yeah. They're Kevin. And it should be coming out in October next year. But again, everything's getting bumped around.
I'll pay it.
That's all you need to do.
Milk for like money advice.
Yeah, well, no, I mean, I would. That's why I'm surrounded by shit. I listen to Milk. Milk bought some things today. Milk, let us know in the chat. You bought some stuff from Zing.
Yeah.
I want to hear.
Yeah, tell us.
I want to hear what you got. But you also said you got 2 hot toys because of us. And we're going to help you a little bit more with, that's another photo of Loki, but more Hot Toys figures.
Oh,
Sam, talk to us about this. This is your era. This is your world.
This is my era. Like, this was, like, my childhood was, like, the Sam Raimi Spider-Man films, and this is the Green Goblin from the first Spider-Man film with Tobey Maguire, and he looks so good.
Yeah.
There was a third-party version that came out, I think, last year, if
Yeah.
I'm remembering
The
correctly.
Fiend.
And like that looked just as good. I think the only issue with that one was that like the undersuit looked a bit too dark.
Yeah, right.
Whereas this, I feel like they've got a really good medium of like the armor and the undersuit being the same sort of green tone with like that shimmer as well. He's got a head sculpt. That's all I care about.
I want to see
They
that
haven't
head.
revealed it yet though.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like, is it gonna be another Paul Rudd where it's just terrifying to look at when you see it in the promo images?
Little smile there.
Yeah, but like the fact that he comes with a normal head sculpt,
Yeah.
I'm like so excited about.
Totally.
This figure does come in two versions. You can get just the figure on its own, or then the figure with the glider.
This
and
bloody
holy
thing.
shit, William!
My God.
That glider looks so good, and it lights up too, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. These little pieces here are
mental.
all
Look
LED.
at those like piston things underneath
It's
it.
stupid,
I've
man.
just noticed that.
Yeah.
Those like, little like hydraulics,
Which would
What
totally be functional as well, because I think there's a photo you can see of it. You can see it kind of compresses and lays flat, kind of like it does in the film. Oh, Sam, we're losing you. There we go. Yeah, there's kind of 3 states that it can be
Like,
in.
Go back like one image that you just put up. That. Like when I saw that and saw how well it sits on the glider and then how well that sits on the flight stand and the base.
Yeah.
Holy crap. He's got his little pumpkin bombs.
Oh.
And it just all looks so good. And the weathering on the glider as well
Totally.
is beautiful.
I
It
think
is so good.
It's such a phenomenal looking friggin' piece. It's
It's
so
so
cool.
good.
As Paladin says, I'm something of a figure myself.
That's very good.
Very good.
That's very, very good. I love that.
It's that pose. If I was able to have him high enough that that's what you saw on the shelf, that would be
full shelf.
That's true. Just put him on the top, rather than having Grogu and just looking up at his fucking nostrils. I think we can put this in our baskets, right?
Absolutely.
I'll put it in your.
Absolutely.
That's just your face.
Me.
That's just your face. That's not your basket. We'll put it in your
Me
basket.
again.
There we go. It's
There
in
we
your
go.
basket. But how in is it? Like, how much are you considering this?
The only thing that is holding me back is money and space.
Yep.
If those two factors, like mainly the only two factors you need to consider when buying things.
For sure.
But if those two factors were not present,
Yep.
this would have already been pre-ordered along with the next one.
Oh,
we'll be
yeah?
talking about.
This guy?
Because oh shit, this like when I saw Goblin, I was like, okay, that's beautiful. How can they top this?
They did.
This has topped it.
They did.
Doc Ock. Look at that.
It's so
Look at that.
stupid. It's so good.
So cool.
Oh,
It's so cool. And I'm gonna say that like his coat has got a wire in it.
it must
To be able
have.
to get that sort of pose.
Totally.
Which is like great. For
Yeah.
this, to be honest.
Shit. This is the kind of thing that I love the most, is the way this kind of contorts and
way-
like rotates.
Because the most recent Spider-Man one to come out was the classic suit one from the game that
Yes.
came with the scorpion tail.
Yes.
And the scorpion tail is like a rubberized tail with like a wire through it.
Yeah, right.
So people are saying this could be the new method where these tentacles are just like a really thick
Yep.
rubber, and then you can twist it and like bend it to whatever shape
Sick.
you want. But with that comes my worry. Are these going to be the next evolution in like a female character's arm tearing?
Just falling
Because
apart.
they don't want to have an elbow joint.
Yeah.
You know, it's the sort of thing where, and another thing that worries me about this figure as well is the leather undercoat that he has. I don't want it to be the case that has happened
yeah.
with a couple of like, because with the first figure that came out for Star-Lord for Guardians, over time it just crumbles.
But both of them, the even the one I've got,
Yeah.
the Volume 2 one,
Yeah.
is on its way.
Yeah, it's just a thing where it's like, look, I don't know how hard it is to make these figures. I'm sure it's very difficult. It's a thing for me where I'm like, isn't there just a better material to use?
Yeah, yeah. Or even
Like-
like using, you don't have to use something that's pleathery. You just like
No.
make it look like
Yeah.
use there's the same material
Yeah,
as the
yeah,
outer one and
yeah.
make it brown. That's
Yeah.
fine. Like I'm
Yeah.
I'm more okay with something lasting than looking perfect. And that's like you say with like the female arms. I'm more okay with something like the Harley Quinn Birds of Prey arms, where you can see the elbows over
absolutely.
something like the original one. Where,
Because at the end of the day, you're spending so much money on these figures that you want them to last.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, like you don't want, like, for example, with like the elbows, it's the main case on the Wonder Woman figures where if you bend it too much, oh, look at that, or just over time, that elbow will tear, or under the armpit will tear, or something if you do exceed its limits.
Totally.
But when you're, having a muck around with the figure, you don't know its limits.
No, not until it's too late.
That's where, until it's too late.
Yeah.
Until something tears.
Until something tears.
So yeah, hopefully this isn't the case. But look, regardless of that, this guy looks great. Yeah. I've seen some people having a bit of a sook about the head sculpt. Yeah. I think it looks pretty decent.
I think so too. I think it's you're still remembering the Doc Ock of the other films. This definitely looks like what we got in No Way Home. Absolutely. It's definitely a lot more along the lines. Yeah. And are you going to be displaying him like this, or are you going to display him like this, where it's perfect? It's like you're going to display him with glasses on.
It's 100%. Like, you would 100% be displaying him with glasses on. Yeah. And like the freaking claws, man. Like the fact that they can close. Like, see the one there holding his glasses. Yeah. Like, just that look of them being shut, and then that one. So
yeah, each one of them come with a pointy one as well. So there's ones that will articulate, and also like a stabby claw.
It's so cool.
And if you go for the deluxe version, you get the nanotech arms, which is nuts. We were talking about this. We kind of just you were kind of like, they'll just do one. And like,
well, because in the movie, the only time you really see him with those arms is when like he's being controlled by Peter or something. Yeah, you never see him in action with that tech. So I was like, they like, because we were saying they could include it as separate pieces, but then we were like, there's no way they would do that because it would just up the price.
Yeah, and so they did
it. So they did it, which I'm now convinced they have tapped into our mobile phones and listened to every word they say.
They heard us. So only available in the deluxe edition is another set, 4 more arms and 2 pieces for each of the ends of them. It's so good. Look at the way they attach in the back, man. The bit of fabric ripping around the edges and stuff.
Yeah. It's what you want. It's really what you want. Hey,
look at that.
Can you just put it in my basket already?
Yeah, I'll put it back in there.
This is definitely in there.
This one I think is closer than Goblin for me. For me, absolutely. this is more possible than Goblin.
Absolutely. Like, the only thing, and I was saying this to you last night, Will, like, the only thing for me, it's like, I'm really, really set on getting an Andrew Spider-Man if they do a new Andrew Spider-Man. And then with that, I would be very, very tempted to get Electro. Yeah. Like the new Electro. Because if they do that, that would be sick.
Yeah, totally. That would, I'm scared. I'm scared for the future of this line. For me, the thing that will get me a Goblin is if they do one like he is in the end of the film. Like, that would get me. I would get over the line to have that ragged look.
I don't understand why that wasn't their first option.
Yeah.
When, like, you don't even really see him in the proper Goblin suit.
No.
Except for that one, like...
the one shot.
CGI shot of him above the bridge.
Totally.
And for like a brief second in the alley. Other than that, he's in that, new boy look.
The new one.
Right? Yeah.
So I'm hoping they get to that eventually. I think it's a concept design thing. Yeah, they probably only had certain looks and knew about certain things, so that's probably what's holding up.
Always happens as well. Like the biggest thing in that regard was when they were doing Infinity War, and like all the Cap figures have got like the incorrect haircut.
Yes.
Because the early concepts had him just having like a very straight cut hairdo, not like the long swishy, Shrek Prince Charming dude that he had.
Yeah.
So yeah, like it's definitely the case. They always just go off concepts.
Yeah. It's like the inverse suit for this film as well. Like, didn't have any of the little nanotechy bits and pieces on it. So hopefully we get some more stuff. But if you're looking for these figures, the deluxe version of Goblin is $599. It's a pricey boy. And if you don't want the glider for some reason, it's $449. It's one of those things like, just put in the extra $150 to get a glider. It's just do it. Doc Ock for the deluxe is $544.95 or $509.95 for the standard. He's one that I think you could just do standard. I don't think you really need the deluxe.
I would totally just do standard because I'm not too fussed about his arms having a tinge of red.
Yeah, totally. You know? It's not too wild, and they're both due for June. But again, they'll probably get a good old bumping. Yeah, totally. Oh God, I just want an Andrew Garfield figure like you. I mean, I've already got one, but I want a new one, Sam. I just want a new one.
I mean, I need one because I haven't even got a Spidey figure at all yet.
That's true.
Like, you know,
you could buy that classic one and have it with you, Stan Lee. Just think about it, Sam. Just think about it.
Because then, if Andrew comes out, I would have wasted like that spot in my collection.
You can just sell it to me. You can just sell it to me for more money.
True.
You know. Because I'm an idiot. I will do it.
You would so do that.
I'm stupid. Speaking of stupid, look at this statue, Sam.
That's cool. Holy shit.
Yeah, this is one statue. This is a Phoenix and a Jean Grey maquette from Sideshow. It's 26 inches tall and 20.5 inches wide. It's not big, but it's just a very cool idea.
Idea.
Just to have both of them in a single statue in a single pose.
Very similar to like when people do like a Hulk like artwork or something, and it's like they got him as banner in the front and then Hulk in the back.
Totally.
You know? I always find that stuff really cool. So yeah, that's
a very similar thing. And yeah, it's just a very cool statue.
Oh wait, can you go back? I love how the legs like engulf themselves into the flame. Holy shit.
It's very cool. Even
that's so cool.
the lighter yellows flowing into the green. It's very good. Totally Dolphin Pants. It's like a comic book cover turned into a statue. I love it. I don't even have an attachment to these characters, and I'm like, I want that. It looks very cool. This is coming in at $1,419, which is kind of like I'm surprised, if anything.
What scale is it?
It's 26 inches tall, so it's not quite premium format, or it's maybe a little bit.
Oh, it's still pretty big though.
Yeah, it's probably hitting that, but the premium formats are kind of 800-ish. I guess you're getting two statues in one here. I guess. And basically, the thing next to it is the premium format gene outside of this, so you can kind of get the scale there. And this is set for June next year as well. I'm just a little tempted. I don't think I'll put it in my fake basket. I can put it in my fake basket. There we go.
Is this like those ones where you were like, I'm looking at a quarter scale thing to get?
It is in a tab.
Oh no.
It's definitely in a tab. It won't happen, Sam. It won't happen. It's very cool though. Like, look at that, Sam.
Oh shit.
Look at that shit. Really cool. Imagine putting a little neon behind there, a little LED. Just blast that with light, Sam. Imagine.
Mate. Just the shading alone on the back of that looks like it's already lit up.
I know. It's very cool. It's like that premium Spider-Man one.
The Phoenix head though. I just saw the head.
Oh, the little birdie. Yeah.
Yeah, look.
He's having a little scream.
I'm about to have a little scream.
Coastal says if I buy a quarter scale, he'll buy one too. Well, Coastal, I own a quarter scale Gianerso, which means legally now you have to buy one. So,
and I have a quarter scale Luke Skywalker.
That's true. So you're now the odd one out. Oh fucking deed, Coastal. You need to buy a quarter scale statue. Sugo Toys, not a sponsor, but buy them from them. They're nice people. Yeah. Look at that face. Look at that sharp face. It's very good. It's very good.
This shit's Photoshop, man. I'm calling it.
Yeah, it's too good. It's too sharp.
There's no way someone's buying this and it's coming out that clean. Like, that's insane.
Me.
Yeah.
Quarter scale, please. What do you mean? This isn't quarter scale. You have to go buy one. Well, I'll get you a list. I'll find you some Nightwings. Yeah. And what else have we got? Oh, this is the third-party Big Boy, which I feel like you may have seen already, Sam, but I'll bring it to you. This boy? Have you seen him around? They did it. Maybe I did. They did it.
Oh, mate, you're in trouble.
This was the thing. So this is all from a company called Infamous Toys. I've bought the Ebony Maw and the Proxima Midnight, and I was kind of going to leave it there. They're both very good. They've done Corvus Glaive. I kind of assumed they wouldn't go here. So it was like one either side flanking Thanos. Perfect. If I buy that'll work. Now that he's out, I need to buy Corvus and I need to buy him.
Mate, it's the same thing because there's going to be something that we talk about further along in the show for DC where I'm like, there's no way anyone would ever go there. But then they've gone there and you're like,
screw you.
Why? How? Yeah. It's like, just how? Because look how good that looks.
It's and the other figures have come out exactly as these pictures had looked. So
unbelievable.
Wait till you get to the photo of him with Ebony Maw, which I own. Ebony Maw is already bigger than a lot of the Hot Toys I own. Coaster wants a Will statue that's quarter scale. I see. What if we can someone design one that's like you, or no, maybe it's me doing the like screaming Gene face, and then it's you behind with like money. And it's like you're just like sending me different things.
Yeah. Absolutely.
There we go. We'll get that made. It won't happen. He's got his big old battle axe, which is the size of him.
Yeah, wow, that's insane.
It's a very big one. And then here he is next to Ebony Maw.
You're shitting me. There's no way.
It's stupid. And it is. I thought it was a bit crazy, but that is accurate to the film. He is actually bigger than Thanos. So
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, because if you don't know, Ebony Maw next to a normal Hot Toys figure is almost a head taller. So imagine a Hot Toys figure at Ebony Maw's shoulder, and then it's a bit stupid. He is 53 centimeters tall. So,
what?
But, and here's the kicker, he's only $440. Which is cheaper than a lot of like die-cast figures and stuff like that. It's like, I don't think again, it's almost La La level. I don't think I've got a choice.
It's almost La La level in the sense that it's fucking insane.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell?
It's stupid, man. And it's so good. It is so well detailed.
William, just put it in your basket.
Yeah,
please.
I know.
Yeah.
There we go. It's back in my basket. There it goes.
Shit.
It's a big boy. If you don't know, if you're new to the channel, I have an Endgame Hot Toys shelf. I've basically got everyone there. All I'm missing is the baddies. This is no choice. You can savor your basket for the later one, Sam.
Yeah, I will. I'll definitely save it.
That's a good idea. Just put him next to the Lego Daily Bugle and have him punch through. Oh, cool. I've got so many ideas. There's so many. I want this buddy. 440, and he's and with a lot of these figures, they announce them. They come out quite quickly. This is set for Q2 this year, so it could be within the next 3 months or so. And then rounding us out very quickly, I don't know if you've seen this yet, but I wanted to show you this purely for one of the accessory pieces. This is the SH Figuarts Doctor Strange from Multiverse of Madness. Yep. Cool, little hand. Oh, cool, little cool flexible cape. You love a good flexible cape. Oh, you can take the cape off. Oh, what else can you do with this, Sam? Oh, you can summon a dragon. You can summon a snake. Summon a snake out of his. You can summon a snake. There you go. That's one of the effects pieces.
Buying this?
Yeah. Do you want this? Let's put it in your butt. There you go.
Yeah, just chuck it in.
Yeah.
It looks sick.
It's just
That's mad.
It's just one of those things.
Great.
It's like when Hot Toys did Star-Lord from Infinity War and included the bubble gun. It's like just do the cool things and
it's just the small things that we appreciate. You know?
It's the effects pieces we'd put in there, and I'm glad they did.
Absolutely.
It's so cool. It's so cool. And you can also there's a piece you can put into the cape to then put it on a stand, so you can have the stand in action, the cape in action.
Why are they doing this to us?
It's very cute. It's very cute.
So cool.
And yes, I will quickly show the face as well. The face is very, very Cumberbatch.
Very Cumberbatch.
It's a solid one.
A bit of beard and stubble.
A little bit of stubble, and I wish I could show how good this one is, because this one, the Marvel Legends one, is actually pretty good.
Yeah, it looks sick. The Marvel Legends one.
But and as Milk says, this is actually still on Sugo. So if you do want to snap it up, it's an import figure, so it's a bit more pricey, but it is $114. It always stings a little bit, but.
Yeah, it really does, man.
Yeah.
Like, we always expect it.
Yeah.
But it's like, with that brand, it's just like, it's hearing it. That's the issue.
And looking at like the size of it and seeing that it is the size of a Marvel Legends and stuff, it always hurts a little bit.
Absolutely.
But powering through, time to get back into it with some DC this time. And
favorite topic.
Kicking it off with the douchebag himself, Mr. Peacemaker. Have you watched any of that? You haven't watched yet?
I haven't watched a second of it. Just because, like, morally, I don't want to.
Yeah.
Just because I'm like, no one asked for this.
I don't love
I've heard it's good.
Yeah.
I've heard it's good. But to me, I'm just like, I'm watching too much shit at the moment. I can't.
Yeah, you can let that show pass you by.
Yeah.
But this statue's pretty good. It's as usual from Prime 1. They always bring out incredible, like, insanely detailed stuff.
How'd they get that helmet and glove to float though?
It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
It's just kind of mid-air. Why is there so many doves?
Yeah.
What's that about?
And like, it looks hollow.
It does.
Like, the costume looks hollow to me.
Yeah, it is a bit odd. It is a bit flappy. It's like there's nothing there.
Yeah.
Okay, I like it. Good bit. How long can it go? Apparently, like 25 years. It's Peacemaker from the Suicide Squad. He looks the same in the show, so it's basically from that as well. There's a few different swappable pieces.
Cool base.
What?
Cool base.
It's a good base. It is a good base. A little bit of
base, yeah.
A little bit of Rick Flag's blood. Probably.
Oh, nice. Yeah, probably.
This is 1/3 scale, and so it comes in at 31 inches tall. So he's a very big boy. It's a beefy man, just like the real deal. It's a very good head sculpt, especially the eyes.
It is. Yeah.
It's great posing.
It really is.
I did see the head outside of the helmet, and it was like looking at the Thor arms for the Infinity War. It was just like a big piece of meat, because John Cena's got one of those big thick necks, and so it was funny to see.
Wait, so can you remove the helmet or no?
No, it was, I think, in the process they showed the full sculpt kind of thing.
Yeah. Cool.
But yeah, you got a couple of things. You can put the gun in your hand. Yeah.
There you go, Milk.
Big old gun, little Starro.
Cool.
It's pretty cute.
That's what I would buy. Out of this movie, that's what I would buy.
It's anything I remember.
Yeah.
That and Peter Capaldi. Make a Capaldi.
Yeah. Oh, make a hot toy of him.
Yeah.
That's the thinker. Where's that at?
Give me it. Oh, that speech in that movie was great. It was like Doctor Who.
Yeah.
And then next to the Harley Quinn statue as well. They've only done the 2 so far. And then you can see there's these swappable pieces. He's got a little tomahawk. He's got a big old sword.
Very nice.
And then he's got a pointy hand. And he's got a shooty hand. And if you want Peacemaker, good on you. But you will be forking out $2,599. So maybe don't.
Maybe don't.
Yeah. But is there something, apart from that, is there something that you want? Or that you want to talk about?
There's 2 things I want to talk about. The next one on the list is a very unique item because not many things get made for this character.
Yes.
Same with the comics. Like, you wouldn't believe. Like, you go into a shop and you're like, do you have anything of this character? And they're like, no. And I'm like, why? Like, just get stuff.
Yeah.
But from Iron Studios, we have got a 1/10 scale Riddler statue.
There he is.
That I feel like there's at least one person that I know that's going to be very excited about this.
I believe so.
And yeah, this thing looks great. So it's expected to be coming out, I believe. Where have I got it down here? I think it's like, so they actually don't know.
Yeah, right.
It just says for future release. But yeah, it's 180 USD, not terrible.
Yeah.
Considering like the detail effort that's gone into this one.
Yep.
I think it is really cool. And yeah, it is up for pre-order at the moment, but the pre-order from Iron Studios like directly is sold out.
Oh, shivers.
So I think that just goes to show like how popular this character is.
Yeah.
And because nothing gets made of him, people just snatch it up.
Totally.
And with like, you know, the new film coming out for the Batman in a couple of weeks' time, it's like it's the perfect time to like be, you know, releasing something like this.
Totally.
But yeah, looks really cool. So if you were interested in it, I think your only bet at the moment would be like finding it on like a third party site like Suyo or like Zing or anything like that where they might get in stock. But yeah, unfortunately from Iron Studios, sold out at the moment. But yeah, how cool. Look at it.
Very cool. where it's from? Because I'm getting like the Arkham games vibe from like this stuff.
Yeah, like definitely like the base gives me Arkham vibes, but I would say the actual like look of the Riddler, it's like it is very accurate to the comics.
Yeah, cool.
I would say. I think what they've done is just given it a mesh of everything.
Yeah, totally.
Like just from all eras. Like there's probably an element in there. Like the cane and the bowler hat.
Full 60s.
I mean, especially the cane.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
The cane is very like I feel like that's very much like the Jim Carrey Joker.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's definitely like a lot of cool aspects in there. And it's
very
just like he's on a throne that's a question mark.
Yeah.
It's sick.
It's a phenomenal. Lots of good detail in there.
Yeah, but I saw this and thought it was really cool. Like, imagine if they had like a green like light under it.
Yeah, that would
just,
be
like, lit
sick.
up, you know, that'd be sick.
Be very cool.
But,
there he is in the hand.
Look at him, and not a bad size. Like, if you're just one of these people that buy like a one-off thing every now and then, or maybe want to start a collection, like it's a good spot to start.
That is a good one.
It's not incredibly steep in price.
Yes.
I mean, the things from Iron Studios are always pretty decent in quality anyway.
Totally.
And like you can just put that on a shelf somewhere. You know, let's not.
I love
too much about that.
They're a nice desk piece. The Iron Studios ones. They're always nice for that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Size-wise, though, is there bigger things in store?
Oh shit! There is. This thing has been probably the most conflicting product in my lifetime.
Okay.
Because, like, from seeing this, I've gone from calculating how much it would cost to then calculating, okay, can I afford that?
Yes.
Right now, you know, can that money be thrown into that? And then down to where would I put it?
Yep.
And literally down to like thinking what I could sell to fit it in my room.
Yep.
But we have got a 1/6 scale third-party Dark Side from Zack Snyder's Justice League, and holy shit,
Sammy boy,
this thing, like, I probably messaged like so many people about it being like, look at this shit. I sent a message to a guy I know, Jaden, and he pre-ordered it within 5 minutes. He was like, he's like, I've got it, it's done. And I was like, you've got to be shitting me.
Nuts, man.
But it looks so good, and I think the best thing about it is that because this figure is so large and because of the placement of his armor, you can't really notice his joints that much, which is really, really cool. And what we saw in the first image, probably like the best aspect for me is like the little like heat energy coming off of his eyes. Like, what the hell? That is sick. I have got a black suit Superman coming at some point, like a 1/6 scale third party one. Look at that, man. Big old hands. So that was a thing where I was like, well, if I get the black suit Superman, I can just have him like paired up with this, and it would look unreal. And like the detail in the armor is so good, and his skin tone as well. Like the skin texture.
Stupid, man.
Like,
there you go.
I'm gonna throw up.
There's a better look at the.
But yeah, look at that. Like, it's so cool. It's so cool. So at the moment, unfortunately, not up for pre-order on Sugo.
Right.
But it is up for pre-order on TNS Figures, and for only $360.
Why are they doing this to us, Sam?
That's the thing where I was like, oh my god. And it's expected Q2 of this year.
Yeah.
So I think around that like June, July, maybe even as early as May, potentially. But yeah, he looks unreal.
He's so good. You haven't mentioned, but I saw in the photos that as well.
Oh yeah, that as well. Yeah, God, I totally forgot because I was just having
in awe.
But yeah, so his chest piece you can remove because in the film, when we first see him in like the flashback when he's younger, he hasn't got the armor yet. So that's accurate to the film in a lot of ways because it's it's like a baby Darkseid.
It's a baby Darkseid.
Yeah, and like it's nice and simple.
Yeah.
It's not too like extreme. I love that he just comes with like his staff and a few extra hands and like an extra head here and there.
Totally, it's very cool, dude.
It's unreal. But yeah, 45 centimeters tall as well. So
we got to buy both of these
boy.
big boys, and so we can hold them together. We can take baby photos together, like of us cradling our big boys.
With Grogu.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, we'll go out to the bush again, and we'll throw both of our big boys.
Yeah, cool.
Good, done. All right.
Yeah.
Well, then that means, of course, that goes in your basket, right?
Absolutely, man. Like, this thing was so close to being in my real basket. Like, you've got no idea. But I was just like...
When do you think you're going to do it?
Shut up. A thing for me, though, as well, was I was like, well, where am I going to keep the box? Because, like, the box is going to be huge.
Yeah. Well, the beauty of the third parties is they're never going to be going up in value. So for me, as soon as I get one, I'm just like, buy.
Say a box.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Very true.
Yeah.
But yeah, what a wild ride. But yeah, that is it for DC this week. There really isn't that much. And we only like to treat you guys with the best of each area.
We could go through all the McFarlane figures and all the other shit, but we're not.
It's just like, there's so much of them. He pumps those things out like crazy.
Yeah. And they're not good. They're not good.
Some are actually okay.
Some are okay.
Like, some are okay.
Yeah.
Some I'm just like, why bother?
Stop doing it.
But yeah. But now I think we're moving into other shit.
We can go pretty fast through these because there's not too much to talk about. But this one you found, which looks pretty cool.
Yeah. This first one is a 1/6 scaled Muhammad Ali, which is like, I mean, everyone knows who he is.
Yeah.
If you don't, fair enough, but you're about to find out. So yeah, just one of the greatest fighters in boxing ever.
Yeah.
And the thing that I love about this figure is that, like, normally I'm not for like a seamless body, but like he actually looks really, really good here.
Totally.
And look at that. He comes with his robe. I think he has 2 head sculpts, I believe.
I think so, yeah.
So it comes with his gloves. Another really, really cool thing about this that I actually was really impressed with is that he comes with alternating feet.
Oh.
Where there's like the toes are slightly bent.
Cool. So he's like he does.
If you wanted to have him like a dancing pose or like a fighting pose,
Try and find
that foot, like,
there you go, yeah.
There you go. Like, I think that's
cool.
actually incredibly smart to have with this figure.
Totally.
So yeah, the figure. So there's 2 versions of this guy. So you can get the regular one, or then there's like an exclusive, like, special one where he comes with a bust of just pretty much like his torso and like an alternate head. Which I don't think you can like add to the body. It's just like a separate little like gimmick piece.
Put the thing in. Yeah, cool.
So the figure alone, which is what you see there, is 209 Australian.
Yeah, okay.
And then with the bust is 280.
And it's official as well, because it's like it's got the Everlast branding, which is always a hard thing to get into.
I think it's like the first like figure that Everlast have ever made. Like ever.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's expected Q4 of this year or Q1 of 2023. Which isn't too bad.
Yeah.
I did see this up for pre-order on the Big Bad Toy Store. So they've got a lot of things there, so they have it.
Yep.
But yeah, not bad. Just a nice little random piece to throw in there.
Yeah, it's a cool one to have. There's a lot of people that like. There's been Bruce Lee's and stuff like that, so I'm sure this is something for someone.
If you're into all that, someone is eating this up.
Oh yeah,
like they're gonna have it next to their Bruce Lee and their
Rocky.
Like that'd be cool.
That'd be pretty cool.
I was thinking if there's like a Jackie Chan.
I think
there is. Surely
someone's made a Jackie Chan.
Yeah,
there's been a Prince and a Freddie Mercury, just like really like famous people for sure. And there is no one more famous than this man, which is not the one that I thought was going to show up next, but here he is.
No, but yeah, so we've got an Omni-Man here from So Toys. Now, the thing why I'm excited for this is because like So Toys just have great quality all around with everything that they make. And like the suit that this guy has like a texture to it.
Sick.
It looks so damn good. But yeah, he doesn't come with much, just a few alternating hands and like 2 head sculpts, like a bit of like an aggression, like in the action sort of head sculpt, and then like that idol one that we just saw. Which is pretty cool. Look at that, that's terrifying. And then he comes with that. I haven't seen the show.
Yeah, right.
I don't know what that is. I'm guessing it's a scroll. But
totally.
I mean, I don't know.
That's
but yeah,
sick.
I thought it was a quiz because I was certain there are people that watch us that are a fan of that show.
Totally.
So I thought they would get a good kick out of seeing this.
I like that they've definitely taken cues from J.K. Simmons' face. Like you can see it a little bit in there.
In like the brows.
Yeah,
and the eye,
for sure. That's very cool. I think there's a photo as well of... It looks like you're going to do an Invincible as well at some point.
Very cool. Yep, that's cool.
Which would be very cool. Yeah, and I think there's a photo of all his... Oh, fuck, the baseball glove! Oh, cool.
Yeah, there you go.
That's very sick. There you go. There's the full lineup of bits and pieces.
You go. Very, very cool.
I don't know what's coming up next, Sam, because apparently the photos are out of order. So let's find out. Let's find out together. There you go. Didn't expect that.
There we go. So yeah, 1/6 scale Grinch.
There he is.
What else is there to say? I think he looks pretty sick. The only gripe I have with him is that in a few of the photos, the color of his legs looks different to like his hands and head.
Yeah.
Because I think if you keep going, there's one where it's like very like see how the green there looks pretty good.
Yeah.
And then if you keep going, like there,
yeah, totally.
I'm like,
it looks like he's wearing a Grinch suit.
Yeah, well, yeah, absolutely. It's like he's just got on like a onesie underneath.
Totally. Yeah.
You know, but yeah, no, like it's a very, very solid piece. Like the fact that he comes with like the present sack and the dog. The dog looks a bit terrifying.
It does look a little bit broken.
Oh, mate, they're human eyes. Look at that.
Yeah, Tim Allen's inside there. It's the shaggy dog.
Why does that look like? That looks more like Jim Carrey than the actual does.
That's where Jim Carrey is. That's where they put his soul.
Yeah. But yeah, I just thought this would be a good figure to showcase.
Totally.
You know, we're all about that variety here on that figures. So yeah,
and
not bad.
If you picked up the mask figure, which I don't know if these guys did, but it would look good next to the mask ones if they did a while ago.
A Jim Carrey display. Like, look, if they do like a Riddler of him next, then I'm gonna assume that they're
just bought him.
Yeah, they just massive as Jim Carrey. But yeah, there's everything that he comes with. He comes with a bauble, which is lovely. Christmas sack, hat,
very
presents.
broken dog.
Comes with a lot. It's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and he is. I will just give some details, just very, very quickly. So he's only $195.
All right, that seems about right.
And he's expected for Q4 of this year.
Yeah,
so
cool.
around Christmas time, which is very appropriate.
That's very good.
Yeah.
Dolphin says, "What the real thing is? I want an Eggman Jim Carrey figure. That would be my Jim Carrey figure for sure." And here is something which I need to cut to another piece of footage for.
Yes,
because
we got a little bit.
We got a little bit because I'll show it here first, but it is a Lego Horizon Zero Dawn set. Very, very exciting.
Very, very cool.
I'm excited. Is this a game you've played?
I have dabbled in it.
Yeah, cool.
I recently bought like the latest version of this game from Big W because it was like $9.
Yeah, nice.
So I do have it.
Yep.
But yeah, I remember like, we ran into each other at like the launch event.
That's right.
Like, oh, Will. Yeah.
Big pieces of cardboard.
big pieces of foam we got.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, no, I definitely understand what the game is. So yeah, this looks sick.
It's very cool. But there is someone that cares far more deeply. Someone who has spent $500 on the limited edition that comes out this weekend or this week. He did. He dropped some big money.
Is he doing an unboxing on that?
We're going to force him. I'm going to put a knife in him and his hand.
I'll be on call, just being like, Josh, open the fucking box.
Well, this is the funny thing. The thing we're about to show you, Sam was on call, but he couldn't hear us. So it's just Sam screaming into a phone. Let's check out Josh's reaction to this Lego set. Josh, I've got to find the button. Josh, what do you think? 2 sets of Lego for Christmas?
I got one, my sister got a couple.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
You may buy, lean down, you may buy your first Lego set in a while. You ready?
Oh, crap.
Little Aloy.
Oh my gosh.
And she has her own little thing.
Freaking hell. Piss off. Piss off.
But look, and you can even put the stick in the...
Oh, yes.
And oh my god, a little watcher.
That's a little watcher. That's so cute. Hate you.
I don't think there's any details. If there are details, I'll be telling people on the stream that's happening right now.
How much are these generally?
I'm gonna say that's maybe 110, 120.
That is less than I was expecting, so that's fine.
Yeah, the reason why I think it will be that is it's only one minifigure, so they're not really paying... Minifigures are the things that kind of ramp up the thing.
Sure.
It's not a big set. 1,222 is a pretty, like... And the boxes are also kind of denote a good, like...
Sure.
And that kind of looks like a mid-sized box.
Doesn't look massive, yeah.
So I think you'll be okay. The only thing that might lift it is that, like, it is a fairly unique license.
Yeah.
And so they might be like, I don't know how much this will sell, so it might be a little bit lifted because of that. Yeah. But I would say it's not going to be more than 200. I think 150 to 100 is... I
was almost expecting, like, just over 200, so that's not so bad.
I think you'll be okay, because, this is a weird one, but Seinfeld sets are like 110, and that comes with a...
That's a lot.
And that's a lot of figures.
Stuff,
yeah. So this should be okay.
Yeah. All right.
Josh is going to buy a Lego set, everybody.
I guess.
He hasn't bought it yet, but he definitely will.
He definitely will. Look, the funniest thing about that was like you estimating what the price might be. Him just going, that is a lot less than I thought.
I can do that.
I was like, thank you for feeling what we feel, Josh. Every Wednesday.
Oh god, the pain. He knows now. The best bit was I called him in and didn't say it was a video. So for like the start of it, he's just leaning against the wall, and I'm like, can you just sit down a little bit, man? You're not in the camera.
And then he's noticed me on the phone, and I was just like, hey, Josh.
Hi. But this is it. This is a Lego something.
It's a very cool set.
It's a very good set.
Cool. Yeah.
It's a very, as I've said about Lego, it's very economical. It's really nice that it's kept to this circular base. You get a unique Aloy figure that has arm printing and leg printing, and you get a watcher here as well. It's a super cool set. You get to do the thing.
It's very cool.
And you get, Sam, you might not know about this, but the creatures in the game, specifically this watcher, they kind of have three states. They have a blue eye, like when they're just roaming around, an orange when they find you, and a red when they're kind of chasing you, and you get a blue, an orange, and a red little thing. It doesn't light up. Unfortunately, there's no light up features in this set, but
but that's still like a great thing to like incorporate.
Totally.
And like it's a thing as well where it's like it's the tiniest piece of Lego. Just throw it in.
Just chuck an extra stud.
Just chuck it in.
It's fine.
Yeah. That's very, very cool.
But yeah, it's super cool, and we do have an official price on the Lego site. Again, it might be cheaper in your Kmarts and stuff, but it will be $129.99. So it was pretty much bang on the money, which was cool. And it's estimated for the 1st of May, so also pretty soon.
Cool. So he can build this while he's in the cinema watching The Multiverse of Madness and just lose his mind.
It's going to be as I've been saying to Josh, and you can decode this if you want, it's going to be a large aunt. That month is going to be a big aunt. Because it's...
She's a bitch?
Because it's the month of May, so it's a big aunt. Get it? Because Aunt May.
Oh, I get it. Cool.
Stupid. It's a stupid bit, but Josh and I have been laughing about it. But speaking of stupid bits, we've got one more bit of other shit. Do you want to? I'll load this up. Do you want to talk it up a little bit for us? The one thing that's left in that sheet there.
Oh, the thing where I've labeled it. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've just come across this on my eBay travels.
Yep.
Don't know if we're gonna get a call from like Peter or the RSPCA after this, but someone has gotten a taxidermy creature, a critter.
Yep.
I
got it.
You know, created him to be my favorite superhero.
Oh no.
There we go. That is a taxidermy rat.
There he is.
As Superman, apparently.
There he is.
I don't know how this was made. I don't know why it was made. But I love the idea that in another universe, Remy hates being a chef and decides to become Clark Kent of the rat world.
Yep. Sorry, Doa dear. Welcome to the stream.
Welcome to the stream.
I'm dying. I could smell the decomposing rat corpse. That's why I'm gonna.
It's unreal. There should be another photo from the back.
Okay.
We should like look at the legs. Oh my god.
Oh no! See, it's not even weird that they've done it. It's done badly. Like they've not even done their job right.
Yeah, no. I just want to know, like.
Yeah, there we go.
Wait, can you go back to that, like, that real dramatic?
Because here's the thing: this implies that his flesh is the Superman.
I'm wondering if it's a thing where it's like they've painted that onto a piece of fabric. Yeah. And then they've cut him open and then just put that fabric under him.
Yeah.
And then just peeled everything back across.
And then posed him up.
Yeah.
Look,
At a great price, if you ask me, of $285. I think the starting bid's $285.
Well, actually... yes, I think it is. But when I went on this just now, it's over. Buy it now. The buy it now listing has ended. I think you could just buy it.
Okay.
But he might.
Yeah. So they had a buy it now price of like $340, and I was like, you guys are fucking shitting yourselves. There's no way. But yeah, I mean, yeah. So $285, not a bad price. Not as good as a hot toy, but I think it's up there.
It's pretty good.
And the expectation of a wait isn't too bad. It's coming whenever you want it. It's on eBay.
And if you want it, that's the real problem.
Yeah, if you want that, just reach out to a friend.
But we will.
I think
it's sold. It's not sold. I think you can.
No. I think because like there was a buy now price, but I feel like if the listing isn't active at all, they've just taken it down.
Yeah, because
it's been there for like almost a month. I've been watching it.
I wish you had. I wish you hadn't brought that to our attention. I'm gonna put those photos of the rat in the Discord though. So if everyone wants to look at that,
I would like to hope that it's just like a project of theirs where they're just trying to make like all different superheroes out of things. Like if there isn't like a taxidermy like bird-eating spider with like a Spider-Man mask on, I'm gonna be very disappointed.
I don't know if they do them, but a taxidermied octopus that looks like Alfred Molina.
Yeah, with the glasses.
With the glasses on and a little bowl cap.
That's just the glasses. That's the only thing.
That's the only thing that makes him Doc Ock. Yeah,
that makes him Doc Ock. Just the glasses.
Tiny little glasses.
That's it.
Yeah. Done. I was going to try and work out something for Goblin, but Goblin isn't a real thing. I was going to say a goblin, but a goblin's not an animal. Yeah, no, it's not. It's fine. The bit doesn't need to continue going. But the last thing that we can show off, just a little custom corner.
Cool.
I've been holding on to these for a long time.
Yeah, cool.
And I adore these. These are figures that I wish were third party that I could just buy, but they are made by Poor Toys, but they are not poor. They are very good.
That's pretty cool.
So
that's pretty sick.
He's done a couple of the figures. I'll get a close up on him.
I've seen him.
Yeah, there you go. Look at the detail on this, man. If you
look at that,
this is from Squid Game, the obviously show that came out last year. But yes, Squid Game 1/6 scale figures. I also did 456.
Milk is so excited in the chat.
Squid Game. It's been a while he just hasn't heard the word Squid Game in a while.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's seeing him with a box. I'm like, oh man, just release him like that. Give me that figure.
Oh, look at that.
Especially, she's phenomenal. That's so
great.
good.
The lighting really like sets that in there. Eh?
Totally. Yeah.
That's really cool.
There you go. There's a better look at the head sculpt.
Yeah, cool. That's it. They've even got like the bags under her eyes.
Yeah,
that's insane.
It's so good. And I think we've got cool. There you go, a better photo of old mate. It's so good.
Look at the hair and everything.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. The shading through the hair, like the different tones and everything.
That's very, very cool.
Yeah. There you go.
Look at mate, that's a real person.
That's someone's granddad.
I don't care. I don't care what anyone says. That's a real person.
Yeah. And there
insane.
you go. There's our fighter photo. His little dance.
That's sick.
And that is all from Poor Toys. I don't know if they're on Instagram, but I saw them on Facebook.
That's great.
But very, very cool.
Very cool.
And that's the figures of the figures news.
That's it. What I'll say though, like before we go, because the thing that you had Josh do like a reaction to, what I thought it was going to be, I totally forget the name, but there's that Marvel show that him and Ben love that you hate.
Oh, MODOK.
Yeah, I thought there was going to be a 1/6 scale Murdoch figure.
That would have been pretty intense.
Just like a big floating head.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was trying to envision that, and I was like, this is going to be nuts if he shows the screen.
I'd buy that. I'd buy the shit out of that, even though I hate
That'd be
it.
sick. Yeah, that'd be insane. If it was like the one in the game.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Well, it should be a Lego set that has like elastic bands through it that you wrap around a balloon, and then you can just blow up the balloon, and you can have as big a MODOK as you want. You just got to keep on blowing or pumping.
It explodes.
Guess it's more pumping.
Absolutely.
But that is all the figure news for this week.
That is.
I'm sure there is plenty of stuff that we missed, and if there is, feel free to leave it in the Discord, as you all do all the time.
And William, if they're not in the Discord, how can they get in the Discord?
You go to patreon.com/each to their own. Just $3 will get you into our super secret Discord. There's a hashtag #ThatFigures channel in the Discord. So feel free to post your figures and your figure news, stuff like that. And yeah, if there was anything big we missed here, we might talk about it next week. If you put it in there, we'll grab them. Also, post your collections in there. We'd love to look at your collections. Joshy, it might take a little while for you to take photos again of everything. But yeah, we love it.
Absolutely. But yeah, well, yeah, great to be back.
Yeah,
great to be doing this.
But you haven't stopped doing other things, have you, Sam?
No, I haven't. You always do this.
I do, and I do the same thing every time, which is go, Sam, talk about yourself while I look up your thing.
I mean, look, if you wanted to know any more about me that you haven't heard tonight. Other than all the stuff I really like, I do Photoshop art that I post on the Instagrams at Sam's Studio AU. The one I did there for Superman and Lois.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how I did that.
You did that?
Like, it just happened.
It's very clean.
Like, that looks really good. But yeah, just been doing some fun stuff here and there, got a couple things on the way.
That one.
So Encanto, Bruno,
that.
Living in my head rent free.
You've been holding on to this one for a while.
I made that when we did. I mean, those of you that were here for it, when we did the live stream for the Disney Plus Day last year at just ungodly hours of the night, because I was so convinced they were going to drop a trailer or something, and we got nothing. So when they announced the air date the other day, I was like,
"Get out there!
I'll go for that."
And
but
it's very
if anyone's interested, go and have a look at my stuff there because I really appreciate it. So,
give them follows.
Thanks.
Coastal says in the chat, I get scared when I get tagged because one day Joshy or Dolphin Pants is going to tag me in something and spend money. Yeah,
absolutely.
It's a lot of it. Yeah. Sneakerella, remember Sneakerella? Were you awake for Sneakerella? You were.
Yeah,
I can tell.
Was awake for Sneakerella.
I can tell. We'll do a watch party of that before we do one of High School Musical, I'm sure.
I was going to say, we have to do that still.
We do. Next time one of us are in the other state, we'll work it out.
Cool. Yeah, sick.
And again, if you want to see that watch party, patreon.com/each to their own. Thank you so much for being here, Sam. This was good fun.
Thank you for having me and for having us back, everyone.
Yeah.
We really appreciate it.
Thanks, everyone.
Glad you guys all keen for it to come back as well.
Absolutely, because we have been. And we'll see you same time next week for a double dose, and then we'll have a week off. But That Figures is back, baby. If you watch this stream, back. Cheeky little eyebrow.
Ooh.
Don't know why I separated those words. It's also going to be uploaded to our YouTube, which is youtube.com/each to their own as well.
Yep.
But yes, thank you, everybody. Have a good night of not being able to watch anything new from Disney Plus. Really weird to feel that, but it's sad. Whatever.
Yeah.
Until the next time, I've been Will.
And I've been Sam.
Good night, everybody.
Farewell. Sweet dreams.